Friday, I spoke with Sophie Allison, better known by her stage name, Soccer Mommy. We discussed her upcoming U.S. tour, her album Sometimes Forever, which released in June, and her last experience in the Queen City.
I'm very excited to go back out. I don't know. It's kind of, we did some dates in Europe last month, right? Yeah, September. And those were like the first shows for this record, but we didn't have all of the. It was very like we didn't have like the setup we're gonna have, and a lot of our the new stuff that we're gonna be introducing. Obviously, we're playing the songs still, but it feels like this is going to be the start. It still feels like this is kind of the beginning of this album touring, and yeah, it's exciting. It's like, there's a lot of stuff we're going to do that we haven't done in the past, just like stuff like, more specific, like lighting and stage stuff. And it feels like we've prepped a lot to do it. So it's very exciting to finally be like about to go really do it.
Now, is this your first time playing in Buffalo? Have you played here before?
We've either played once. Actually, no, I don't think we have played. We stopped through once. We had an off day where we stopped in Buffalo because we wanted to try buffalo wings in Buffalo. So we kind of had a night off in Buffalo once, but I don't think we've played as far as I can remember.
Do you remember where you stopped to get wings?
Oh, okay. So yeah, so we went to the place that is like the original that's like kind of chainy now. We went to that, and then I was like, I cannot eat any more wings, so I'm out. But the rest, like a good amount of there other people in the band, went to a second spot that was, I don't remember what it was called, but it was more of like a dive and like a local spot, and they said those wings were a lot better. I mean, my wings were good at the other spot, but yeah, it was obviously like a little bit more like touristy. It was like the original wings, buffalo wings or whatever. So
they're all good. Yeah. Anywhere you go is good. So
yeah, I mean, you gotta do sometimes you gotta do the touristy, the original stuff.
Right.
I mean, when we went and just stopped through, it was a cool town. So we were feeling it. We had a good time. So I'm ready to be back. I've always liked like a lot of like upstate New York and stuff, but you kind of never go there on tour. So I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be a good time. I'm just excited in general because it's going to be like fall on tour, and that's like, in my opinion, the best time to tour. Because like I think that's like the best weather of the year. So it's great, and I think we're doing a couple outdoor things. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. I'm excited to possibly see some like snow. We'll see. But I would love to witness a little bit of like real winter just for a day. I don't want to be in it, but I would love to just like experience winter for once in my life.
It was snowing here, not here, like about an hour south of here. It was snowing last week, so you never know.
So we could get some snow. I mean, that kind of maybe is a bad thing, but I think in a state or in a city like that, it's like, people are prepared for it to snow on the roads. We've definitely been stuck places before where like we've been in like Virginia, and it like there was a snowstorm, and like you just straight up have to stop and get a hotel because it's not the roads are just destroyed. But hopefully, if that happens on this run, we will be in a place that salts the roads and stuff. So, but I'm excited either way. I don't care if I get stuck in the snow. It's snow day.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I should just kind of knock on wood, not curse myself, but.
Now you talked about, touring with the new album. What was different about, making this record as opposed to your past records?
I feel like every record is so different, but also the same. The process, it's always just, you get in a room and you can have a million ideas beforehand and a million like references, but once you get in there you kind of go with a lot of that, but there's also just a lot of just inspiration striking while you're there, with the producer, with the people playing the parts and things like that. So I think this time was different because it, like, I've been playing the band that played on this record, I've been playing with for a while. Some of them were newer than others, but we were all comfortable with each other and we could play off of each other, and really really know how to just play together. So it was nice to get to feel that in the studio as well, like on top of all of the ideas that I had and that Dan was bringing in. It was nice to be able to kind of loosely learn these songs and then figure out the arrangements like in the studio a little bit as we go, and have it be kind of based on like how we're all playing together, not just it gives it a more natural feel, and it gives it like the feel of a live group of musicians playing together. And I personally love that. I think it feels a lot better than when you're just overdubbing things, and it also just there's more flaws in a beautiful way, and it kind of has more magic in that sense. So I think that was really special about this record, was just feeling like, basically the broken down versions of the song that we did for the live takes are, basically how we're playing it live, just with a few extra parts put in. So yeah, it makes it easier to transition it into a live setting as well, but it also just makes it feel like it's going to feel when you play it on stage, even if you add all this extra stuff. Like the heart of it is always going to be there.
And in addition to this album, you've been a part of a couple other projects. You had a demo of Shotgun on Good Music to Ensure Safe Abortion Access. And then you also scored a New York Times podcast. Mm-hmm. So I guess being part of those two projects, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, the abortion rights compilation, that was really easy because they just kind of hit me up saying, we're doing this compilation. Are you interested? Had to be something unreleased. And obviously I already had demos. So just threw them a demo. But yeah, that was really a great thing. Like, I've done other compilations before for charity things in the past. And I think this one raised like a lot of money, and it's just, I mean, obviously something extremely important currently. There's a million things that we need to be raising money for, but that is definitely a really present one right now. And it's always amazing to get to like, do something like that from my end, it's really easy. It's just like, I didn't have to do anything really. It just said, sure, you can put this on there. And being able to see that it actually, does something and actually is going to like put money towards something where people need help. So that was great. And the podcast, I just happened to be pretty, like this summer I was pretty laid back for us. We did some stuff in the UK kind of around the album release, and then just like a couple one-off like festival type things until August. So I had a lot of time on my hands, and they reached out about me possibly doing this score, and that's something that I've always been interested in doing, just because I thought it seemed fun. It like takes out the more stressful part of songwriting, the part where you're like, trying to forge an idea into words and melodies and stuff. It just kind of is more like improvisation until you get some stuff that sounds cool, which is, it's fun. So they came to me, and I had this free time and I was down to do it. It was pretty easy. It was mostly just guitar stuff. And yeah, it was fun. I definitely want to do something like it again. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. But yeah, it always kind of, usually I don't have time for something like that because it's so much touring and working on, the next record or whatever is always kind of the priority. But it kind of was like perfect timing to do something like that.
And now you speak on the difference between, having to write lyrics and being able to just score the podcast. What Is your favorite song you've written, and what is your favorite song to perform, or are they the same?
Ooh, they're definitely not the same. Currently my favorite one to perform, like that I'm always really excited about, is Don't Ask Me. It's just fun, it's just like, it's really, it's fast paced, and it's just like very, we're all really just, as lame as this sounds, rocking out. But yeah, so that one kind of is a favorite right now. It's also very easy for me to sing, which makes it even more just like laid back for me. I'm just like kind of having fun. So that one's, but it's definitely not my favorite song. I don't really, I think my current favorite song I've written isn't out. I think that's kind of how it always is, to be honest. It's like stuff that I'm writing for the next thing is always kind of like the current favorite. But I guess out of the stuff that's out right now, I really love Feel It All the Time. That's one that I, even ever since I even wrote it, I've been really just felt really connected to that one and really loved it. So, and that one is also very fun to perform, but it's not as fun as Don't Ask Me. That one's just, high energy. We don't do a lot of super like upbeat, heavy all the way through type of stuff. So that one is always like just very, like, when we get to that point in the set, it's just really fun.
All right. Well, that's all I have. Is there anything else you wanted to add before this show, before you head back out on the road?
No, I'm excited. I'm ready to get out there. I think I'm good.
Soccer Mommy will be playing Town Ballroom on November 4th with Lightning Bug opening. More on that can be found in the story below. Reporting in North Buffalo, Adam Duke, News 4.